That's right, and it always depends on what you're eating as well. I think if you want something with a bit more weight for certain kinds of food, and so that's fantastic. So this is a French clone.
French clone Chardonnay with only the finest French oak. I did a couple of seasons back in 04 and 05 in Burgundy, and I learned a few tricks there. And we still kind of source the same oak from those artisan barrel makers, and that all contributes to this lovely new style Chardonnay.
So in their barriques,
everything's done in French barrique.
French barrique.
So the fruit's hand-picked at dawn to retain the acid in the fruit.
Gosh.
And then rushed to the winery, and so it's only a couple of hours in between being picked and being into barrel. So and we do a number of different sort of ferments just to build some more complexity into the wine. There's a couple of wild ferment parcels and a couple in barrel, some in still, and the important thing is when you make a complex wine, just have a lot of different parcels that you've treated differently in the vineyard and in the winery, just so when you pull the blend together, the wine just really has all the bells and whistles, if you like.
Well, it's great. So I did hear that when you came to blend this particular wine, you had Ben Riggs there and Ian McKenzie. And Neil Haywood, our trading manager, as well.
Indeed,
so it's a collaboration, was it?
So it certainly has been. We've drawn on some fantastic experience, and Neil's been really terrific through the whole process. So we've been making this wine really. We talked about it about this time last year before the fruit was picked.
Oh gosh!
So we actually targeted those parcels of fruit directly for this wine, made the little batches expressly for the style of wine that we were after, and then we started on the blending bench just looking at different styles of wine, I think back in June.
Oh, okay.
So we've been at the blending bench about 4 or 5 times and just finessed this wine little by little, a little bit more oak treatment here, a bit more freshness there, and it's really been a privilege to work with Ian McKenzie, I must say.
That's wonderful.
One of the gems, and I only wish there was more of them still going.
Yeah. Well, give it time, we might find some more.
Indeed.
But look, I'm dying to taste this now. Can you take us through?
So it's lovely and fresh on the nose. There's some lovely bright apple and pear. And just with a spot of that sort of creamy nectarine, that white stone fruit. So white stone fruit and pear is the epitome of cool climate Chardonnay. When you see pear and a little bit of stone fruit in it, you know there's something special. Nice and lean and crisp in the front of the palate, but a lovely richness. It's more textural. It just flows over the tongue and finishes nice and clean.
So clean and so long on the palate.
It's still going now, actually, and you can really see that nectarine on the palate.
It's almost crunchy nectarine to me. It's fantastic.
So one of the most important things with the wines that we make is drinkability.
Yeah.
The wine has to keep you coming back.
So you want another glass and another glass. Yeah.
And it's something that we talk about in the winery, and we call it unctuousness, and having that line of acid that leaves your palate clean and leaves you wanting more. But the wine's really showing some beautiful sort of early fruit characters as well. You can really see with that nectarine. The nectarine changes from sort of creamy to sort of a little bit green nectarine.
Yeah,
keeps
and
it beautiful,
it's really
fresh,
appealing.
and some lovely green apple in there as well. So with the oak in this wine, Ian McKenzie was very keen to keep the wine in that sort of new age Chardonnay sort of style. So the oak's actually quite seamless, isn't it? It just kind of blends in. It's not standing on top, but it's adding this beautiful richness to the back palate.
There's actually a great balance to all components. There's no one thing sort of jutting up, which is great.
And we've already bottled this wine, so it's important for all wines to sit in bottle for 3 or 4 months before they're released.
So this is only really newly bottled?
It's only freshly bottled about 3 weeks ago. But the wine's really standing up. But the important thing for the members was to get the wine in bottles soon enough so that once they actually see the wine in early February, that the wine's ready to drink.
Fantastic. And tell me, what will cellaring do to this wine, Randal?
Well, in my experience from the other reserve wines in this range, cellaring of 3 to 4 years will really enhance the wine. The oak will start to lift in the back palate. There's plenty of acid in it. This wine will last for 10 years or at least.
Yeah, a lot of longevity. That's fantastic. And as it ages, it'll become something else.
Indeed.
That's wonderful.
I wish I could offer it a couple of years out, but maybe next time.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of our members actually lay things down, and I think that on the Best in Society program, it's usually a case that they buy, and they will put some down, try one, and then sell them.
But I haven't seen this wine for a month or so, of course, since it's been in bottle, and I'm really, really pleasantly surprised. The wine's lovely, and it just keeps us going back for glass after glass.
It's absolutely delightful. Randal, it has been a pleasure to have you here to take us through this fantastic wine, and I hope you come back many more times with other wines, so thank you so much.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, and with all things Tomich, we like to finish with a toast. So, in the festive season, may your only pain be champagne.
This fantastic Chardonnay is exclusively available to Wine Society members. However, if you become a subscriber to the Best in Society program, the price is heavily reduced for you. If you'd like to find out more about that, give us a call. It's 1300 723 723. We look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.